Campsite 40 is on the western shore of Dead Creek Flow at the south end of the lake. Scoping out the shore at Campsite 40, you have a lot of boulders and cobbles at the shore and offshore, making approaching the site tricky. Kind of looking to see if there's a spot not quite so bad somewhere. This could be interesting. There's some logs in here. I'm going to try to sneak up in here next to this log and just step out on the log and then walk up onto the shore. I stepped out on that and walked up onto the shore. And that's how I got to Campsite 40. It looks like your best spot for a tent pad would be at the north edge of the site. The rest of the site is sloping and there are a lot of roots. If you're into bonsai, there's nabari for these trees. Fire pit built up against a boulder. You can see the heat has caused a chunk of that boulder to spall off. If you're sitting behind the fire ring at Campsite 40, your view is south down Dead Creek Flow. Campsites 34 and 33 are almost dead ahead off the fire ring, but they're very well screened from shore and you shouldn't be able to see or hear much from down there. You're on a peninsula, so the view from the campsite is panoramic. From the south down Dead Creek Flow, all the way around to the northeast, back toward Black Duck Hole. Sunrise will be to the northeast, across Dead Creek Flow, roughly in that direction. And of course sunset in the summer will be to the northwest. So you won't have a view of the sunset, but you'll have a beautiful sunrise view. I love the way the sunlight reflecting off the ripples shines up on the trees. The bed of the lake here at the campsite is pebbly, solid enough to walk on. It wouldn't be bad for swimming. Campsite 32 is slightly to the left if you're facing directly ahead at the fire ring. When people have their fire in there at night, you will be able to see them. There are two navigation buoys off to the southeast. Those will flash at night. About in the middle of the screen is Campsite 29. That's at the entrance of Black Duck Hole, a popular fishing site. Prevailing winds here are generally from the southwest. You're out on a peninsula, so the breeze will blow over and hopefully keep the bugs down. We've had rain today and I don't see any muddy spots, so the site's fairly well drained. It does look like there are a couple places you could hang a hammock in here, some trees that are in reasonably good shape and reasonably well spaced. I love these. There was a stump that it grew over and the stump rotted away. I think you'd have a hard time finding a place for a bear hang in here. I'm not seeing a lot of horizontal branches.